Hello and welcome to the fifth part of our series on Ticino. In the last segment we just finished exploring Foroglio.
ჩვენ ახლა იმ გზას გავვლით, რომელსაც გადიოდნენ ხალხი ამ სოფელში მოსასვლელად.
The path we are walking along used to be the old path people used to take to get to Foroglio, just before the buses would take you here. The path itself is not very spectacular, but you will find a lot of historic places along the way. Along this path we didn't find too many water sources, so bring your own. After the busy town of Foroglio, walking through this forest is almost relaxing. After a short while we reach Ritorto, the first village along the route. It doesn't have the wonderful waterfall in the background as Foroglio does, but it has a few old houses that are very beautiful. Behind some of the smaller houses there's actually caves hidden.
შევიყვარდა ეს სოფლები. აუ ძალიან ლამაზია. რაღაცნაირად გულწრფელი აქ.
After Ritorto we are entering the forest. It's a bit of up and down, but nothing too bad. Also the shadow makes it a lot easier to go through. We only did come across a few other people. It doesn't seem to be a common thing to do, but we definitely recommend you take at least a part of the hike. This is just one of the different stables that are hidden along the way. Quite a few historic sites, and there's also signs documenting each and every one of them. Every now and again you will get the chance to have a look through the valley. The sights are just breathtaking.
Gmaritos. Sadachal Moritz.
Ja, mein Juba.
Oh. Hey.
After a bit of further walking through the forest, we reach the next of the small villages.
მე ახთოვანებული ვარ. ესეთი სოფლებია და ესეთი ბუნებაა და ესეთი სილამაზეა. So. კეთილი იყოს თქვენი მობრძანება.
It's hard to imagine how the life back then must have been. And one of these little rocks we came by, they even spoke about gathering hay from a small meadow on top of it. Here we just found the remains of a small stable and a bit larger one. They all seem to make use of the natural rock faces for protection. This small village, by the way, is the next source of water. It also has a very nice outlook over some waterfalls in the valley. This has to be one of the most unstable bridges I've ever been on, but right after we're gonna head down to the next village to visit the stone bridge. Come back for the last part of our series to see one of the most magical spots for swimming.